So welcome back to the Sawmill, friends. Guys, we got a busy day here at the farm, and I actually got a lot of stuff done here yesterday off camera. Let me show you. Well, looks like we got a visitor up here, guys. The hatefullest cat on YouTube. As usual, I hit record and she goes the other way. Say hello to your fans. Hatefullest cat on YouTube. That's about as good as it's going to get with her. All right, guys, so first thing I did, I finally put up the metal on this wall. So we got it closed in. I got the metal up there on the trim, on the top. And it was pretty challenging on that corner up there. When it rains, I guess I'll see if I did it right. But it was kind of a weird connection right there. But hopefully it'll be okay. If not, I'll think of something else. But I was happy to get this done. And we have one wall, my goodness. One wall left to go. I can't talk, look over me. I'm from Tennessee. And in here, and if you're new to this channel, that was the wall we were just looking at right there. I finished up most of the stem walls in here. My goodness, I'm gonna trip over something. Got stuff everywhere in here. Got those walls done and that one right there. And this one, guys, I'm not real happy about. The concrete mix I got from Home Depot did not seam right, and it just didn't do well for some reason. I had trouble getting a decent finish on the top. The corner looks okay, but the top does not look very good at all. Luckily, you're never gonna see this again. It's gonna have siding come down on top of it and slate beside it. You'll see a little bit of it, but not too much. But out of all the stem walls we've done up here, that's the worst one. And I blame it on the concrete mix because the rest of them look just fine. So we got that one done. Of course, that one I'm not happy about. And that one over there. And we have two left to go, which will be right here. I need to put this wall up. As soon as this wall goes up, we can pour those, and this room will pretty much be dried in. And we can start putting on our shiplap on the walls in here. There's about a 6-inch difference right here where I'm standing. I need to bring this up as close as I can get it to the floor over there. I'm not going to pour concrete in here, at least not this year, maybe next year, maybe never, who knows. But I got my buddy Richard headed this way here in a few minutes. He's bringing over some slate and we'll build this up to where it's level or close to being level with the floor in there. We're also going to do some work over here where the cows are going. I need to put a gate in, and Richard's going to help me kind of shave off a bank to make a better entrance. And I'll show you guys that when we make our way down there here in a few hours. But for right now, since we're waiting on Richard, I'm going to make some changes to my favorite chainsaw, and hopefully it'll make it a little bit better. And in case you guys are wondering, my favorite chainsaw is this Stihl 500i. And also, guys, if you're new to this channel, these little brackets are perfect for hanging your chainsaw on and getting them off the floor. I got these on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. Not sponsored, nothing like that. They have no idea who I am. But guys, these things right here work, and they're really handy. And they get your saw off the floor, up in the air, and it makes it so you can store them like this and take up less room. Once again, I'll leave a link down below and save you the trouble. They work really good. All right, let's put our saw down. So this right here, friends, is a system that I saw on another video. I think it was Rainler Star done a video on this about a year or two ago. And I've been wanting to try it on my chainsaw, and I bought it last month on Amazon. This is the container right here that your fuel goes in. So let me move this away from the filing cabinet so I'm not knocking the bar on there. And I'll kind of show you guys what this is about. Probably need to leave a gap over there anyways for stuff like this. There we go. All right, guys, so here's the system. This is not sponsored, but I did buy it on Amazon. This is called a Soter, S-O-T-E-R, I'm probably saying that wrong, fueling system. This right here is the receiver. It goes down in your fuel tank on your chainsaw. Then you buy yourself an MSR bottle. This is for fuel, and you buy their adapter cap right there that also has a tube that goes down in it. And what this does is, of course, that goes in your chainsaw. So when you want to put gas in your saw, instead of taking a you know, taking a 2-gallon jug or whatever you got and poured it in, and sometimes making a mess. You lift this upside down, it's got a spring in there, and you push it down and it fills up your saw, and then you let go and there's no spill or leakage or nothing like that. It looks like it works pretty good. I've seen several guys on YouTube use this system right here. Now, if I don't like it, I'll just take it out and get rid of it, I guess. So if you can grab some gloves, well, I don't get gas all over me. All right, take off this old cap and hold on to it. How's that thing hooked in there? I have to get me some pliers and reach in there and disconnect that, but 1 second, I think I hear a dump truck. All right, guys, it looks like our first load of slate just got here. Good deal. I think that's about 10 tons. That right there is about 10 tons of slate or shell, whatever you want to call it, delivered, $100 a load. Not too bad. All right, let's grab some needle nose pliers. See if that makes that a little bit easier getting that cap off. See if I can get in here with these needle nose and get that little string. There we go, good deal. So it's got this little end on it right there that keeps it from coming off, I guess. We'll hold on to that in case I don't like this system. All right, guys, this right here is going to be one of the rare times you see me looking at instructions, but I want to make sure I get this right. So it says to put this blue lower adapter in first. This right here was all assembled. I had to take it apart. All right. Hope that doesn't fall down in there. That right there would be a bad day. Am I putting it in right, or I got it upside down? There we go. I need gloves. I'm sitting here not using gloves again. My goodness. Why didn't you all remind me? All right, so we got that locked in. Now it says to lower the black locking ring, which is that right there, on top of the corresponding holes. They're not wanting to go in there. You try it that way. Nothing's never easy, it seems. All right. There we go. That locked in pretty good, actually. Okay. Now, this right here is the main adapter, and it does have a O-ring that goes on it. I don't know if you guys hear that in the background, but somebody's cow is getting mad this morning. So now we're going to lower this in and pretty much just tighten it up, it looks like. So lower that in. It's got some threads. It's threading in right there, it feels like. And a squinch tool for a chainsaw is what you use right here in the middle to kind of tighten this down all the way. I can get a hand tightened pretty good, though, it seems. And right here's the squinch tool. Insert it right there in that opening, it looks like. And I'm not sure how tight to get this, to be honest with you. I don't want to over tighten it and crush that O-ring. That seems pretty good right there. Oh my goodness, I messed up. This cap goes on that receiver before you thread that in. My goodness, I tell you what. I like to do stuff twice in case you guys haven't noticed that by now. Let me do this real fast and I'll catch you guys here in just a second. My goodness. All right, and we're back. I got the cap on there this time, and you can lock this cap, but I don't think I'm going to lock it. I'm not sure why you'd even want to lock that down, but it shuts on there like that, then it comes right up, and that's how you fill up your chainsaw. So pretty simple, and a lot of guys I respect on YouTube use this system. If it didn't work, those guys probably wouldn't be talking about it. So We'll see how it does today. And something else here, guys, to point out real fast. Let's say you're out in the field and you don't have one of these bottles, or let's say you lose this bottle. Who knows what could happen? You can still fill your chainsaw up with this system. You just take your squinch tool and push that down and put your gas in. So it doesn't limit you from being able to put, fuel in it with a regular can. Just thought I'd throw that in there in case you guys are wondering. So this right here, guys, is 20 ounces. They do have a 30-ounce bottle that's bigger than this, but they were out of stock. And all this stuff in this kit right here, the receiver, the adapter, and this bottle, you can buy it on Amazon. I think Bass Pro also has these bottles. I'll leave all that down in the video description, guys. This is not sponsored by these people or nothing like that. It's just something new I'm trying out here at the farm. I guess I can take this glove off now, because you pretty much just put this upside down, fit it on there, and push it down. I can hear it going in. So once it equalizes, it fills up your tank, and then it stops. Oh my goodness, guys, check that out. Let me bring you in closer. So friends, we have no spillage right there and a full tank on the 500i. Man, that's nice. If this works for a couple of months and it doesn't leak or nothing like that and doesn't fail on me, I'll probably get one of these receivers for all my chainsaws. That right there, guys, is convenient. And if you have 2 or 3 of these bottles right here, that'll get you through several hours of using a chainsaw more than likely. I saw a lot of loggers out in the West Coast using these as well because it's smaller to carry in than a big old bulky gas can. Pretty interesting stuff. I like this system. All right, guys, so we got a full tank. Put the cap on. I'm not going to lock it, although you can lock it if you want to. But man, that right there, that is nice right there. So this company is called SOTER Fuel System. That's a good system right there. I like it. And I've had it sitting here on the workbench on its side for the past 5 minutes, and no leaking or nothing going on right there. So while we're waiting on Richard to get back with that second load, let's head on down here to where the cows are going, and I'll show you guys what our other project is we're working on this week. Friends, this right here is about 5 acres. This is where the cows are going. I need me a good access point from the rest of the farm. I can't go this way just yet because there's a creek down there and I don't have a tile put in, and it stays pretty wet on the other side during the winter time. So I need somewhere pretty dry to access this land. Now we thought about putting a gate on the other side of that light pole up there, but it's not really flat up there. If I put a gate right there, it's going to look terrible. It's not going to be level to the ground. So, after looking around and talking to some friends, we've decided to make an access point right here and put a gate right there, pretty much on a 45. So Richard's going to help me do this here in about an hour after he brings this other load of slate. We're going to peel this bank back, make it not so steep, and have a good access point from the field off the road right there. So when I'm coming up from the sawmill barn, which is over there, I can come up this road, turn left, come up this incline, and that will be the entrance to the cow field. But before we peel this back, I need to get rid of these little pear trees right here. There's 2 or 3 in here. I could probably push them over with the excavator, but since we got a few minutes to kill while we're waiting on him, we'll go ahead and cut them down. So Richard just left. We got this almost done, guys. Off camera, we had to bring in some slate right there. Of course, you guys saw Richard spreading it out, doing his thing. Took about one more truckload, and I think I may go up there to the shop and bring down a few more buckets for that low spot right there and build that up just a little. But this right here, guys, looks really good. It's got a crown right here in the middle. I don't know if you can tell or not on camera. That way the water will go in both directions and we won't have no puddles or nothing going on. And guys, it's nice and solid. This slate right here, shell, whatever you want to call it, it packs in, I tell you what. Feels like you're walking on blacktop right now. Really good stuff. And when it starts to rain and you pack it in even more with equipment going over it, it just gets that harder over time. Really good stuff. And guys, in case you're wondering why Richard ran the excavator and the skid steer, pretty much done this entire little project by himself, it's because he's been an operator for over 30 years. He knows what he's doing. He done this right here in like 10 minutes as far as the skid steer work goes. And I like to watch him work because that's a good way to learn, by watching somebody that's a lot better than you and kind of, you know, seeing how he approaches stuff with these machines and as far as moving dirt goes. So that's why I usually have Richard run both of them. And I can video him running it, and that's a lot better than me just sitting up a tripod and going back and forth and moving the camera around. That's probably the main reason, but they're both pretty good reasons, eh? All right, guys, let's head down here and get in the 754 and go grab some more slate. You guys hang in there. All right, guys, I got it finished up. And over time, as we drive back and forth with the tractor and the truck and whatever I bring up here, it will pat this down even better. This right here is 1 inch minus rock. And when you count the rock and the 1 load of slate, it cost me about $600 to get this done. That's not counting time and fuel, of course, but about $600 for the slate and the rock. Not too bad. This was much needed, guys. Now we can come up here and put a corner post right there, have a 14-foot gate, and start from this corner with our fence and get this project going finally. All right, guys, I guess I'm done for the day. I got to clean stuff up down here, put all my machines up, and head up to the house and have some dinner. And I think we're having chicken and dumplings tonight. I'm pretty sure that's what we're having. Any of you guys out there ever have chicken and dumplings? I think you can get it at Cracker Barrel. Theirs are pretty good, but homemade's the way to go. Let me know down in the comments if you guys ever have that. I'd be kind of curious to see if anybody out there is still eating that or not. When I grew up with my grandmother on my father's side, she made chicken and dumplings every Sunday, and they were the best in the world. Still to this day, I keep finding a better person to make dumplings than she can make them. My wife's are really good, but my grandmother's, man, those are awesome. Hard to beat right there. I wish I still had a bowl of them right now. Boy, it'd be good eating right now. So anyways, you guys have a good night. I'm going to go have some dinner, and I'll see you back here on the next one. Hang in there, guys, and thanks for watching.